A mother killing her own child isn't just a story that simply shocks society.
Okay.
It breaks something more fundamental. Growing up, we believe that a mother's love is supposed to be instinctive, automatic, unconditional. That a mother will endure anything, sacrifice anything, go through anything, because love makes her capable of doing so. So when a mother kills, the world reacts with disbelief. How could she do that? But the real question we should be asking is, what happened to her before that moment? Stick with me to the end. This will change your perspective. The truth rarely lies in the act. It lies in everything that led up to it. The silence when no one was looking. The exhaustion that everyone dismissed. The emotions that were never spoken of. And the support that never arrived. As a psychologist, I was intrigued. So I dug deeper. And after studying multiple researches, I found a pattern. It's deeply disturbing, but something hides in plain sight. Let's find out. Let's begin with Kerala, 2019. A young woman named Divya, 26 years of age, a new mother, no history of mental illness. After childbirth, her world changed in ways she couldn't really understand. Sleep slips away first. Nights become an endless loop of rocking, crying, feeding, and sort of staring into the ceiling in a suspended exhaustion. She tries to speak, tries to tell everybody, "I feel like I'm drowning," she says. But her family, with of course good intention, says the most common phrase said to women in India. Every mother feels this. Don't think too much. Be strong. But postpartum depression isn't sadness, and it isn't weakness. It's the mind turning inward and losing its foothold. Days blur, sounds feel heavier. The crying begins to feel like it's not happening in the room, but it's happening inside her skull. On the 11th day, in the quiet hours of the night, something inside her simply gives away. And in one moment of mental collapse, she smothers her own child. Not with rage, not with hatred, but with a desperate belief that she needed silence to survive. When she's found, she's sitting on the floor, holding the baby carefully, almost protecting it. And she says, "I just wanted everything to stop." There was no evil here, just a medical emergency that no one recognized. Now we go to Houston, 2001. Andrea Yates. A mother of 5, Andrea had been diagnosed multiple times with severe postpartum psychosis. Not sadness, not fear. A break in reality itself. She began to believe that something supernatural was influencing her children, that her soul was corrupted, that her children would suffer eternally if she didn't stop it. Psychosis does not feel dramatic. It feels logical to the person inside it. So while her husband is at work, she fills a bathtub. One by one, she lowers each child into the water. And when it is over, she calls the police and waits quietly. She believed she was saving them, not from the world, but from eternity. Madness is not always chaotic. Sometimes it's calm. And now we return to India. Not a headline case, not a media spectacle. A story that is happening in thousands of Indian households and is almost never spoken about. We call her Meena, not because of privacy, but because Meena could be any woman around us. Meena gave birth 4 months earlier, She begins to struggle with sleep. Then the thoughts become louder. The baby's cry begins to feel sharp, intrusive, almost threatening. Her mother in law tells her she's just being dramatic. And her husband, he tells her to be strong and adjust. She herself begins to fear her own mind. Then comes the psychosis, the belief that something unseen is threatening her child. One evening, when the baby cries, her mind almost interprets the cry as a signal of danger. She believes she has to protect her, and so she does. When her husband returns, she's holding the child and rocking gently. And she says, with complete sincerity, "I'm safe now." These are not stories about monsters. It's just about women who were left alone inside their mind. Different circumstances, different psychologies, different triggers. But one structure repeats: repression, isolation, silence, collapse. A mother is not born divine. She's born human, like the rest of us. She needs sleep, support. She needs to speak and be heard. She needs to remain a human, not just a role. When we expect her to be a goddess, a selfless being that never falls apart, never gives up, never needs any help, we create the conditions where her suffering goes unnoticed until it explodes into tragedy. The horror is never the moment she kills. The horror is everything that happened before. While the world said, she'll manage, the real danger is silence.